Hi guys, it's Jen, and I kind of let the day get away from me, going to lots of meetings and watching trainings and stuff. So, in keeping with my promise to my team to continue to do some demos and talk about different products, I needed to do a treatment on my face today anyway, and it's the, oh my gosh, I didn't even bring the bottle with me. It's the Marine Glacial Mud, and sometimes I get a little spacey, imagine that, and I had some stuff that I put in the jar so I could travel and it wouldn't get hijacked by the airport, and I didn't remember what was in here, and so it just looked dark on the outside. It's supposedly a clear jar, but it's dark. I said, what in the world is in here? And it was the marine mud, and it had gotten a little hard, so I just added a little bit of water and shook it up, and ta-da! I've got some marine mud to put on my face tonight. So I thought that while I was doing my treatment, I could go ahead and give a little bit of information about this stuff because it's really quite fabulous. So it's very cost effective too. So this Glacial Marine Mud, here we're going to get the Wild Indian look on for certain. I like that. I could actually do some really fun stuff with it. It's great for Halloween. I'm telling you, I've had more fun with this mud. But as I have been using this, I've become more and more impressed with it. It has some negatively charged ions that pull toxins out of the tissue, and this is so interesting, while allowing moisture to bind into the tissue. It's got 50 trace minerals that come from these deep estuaries. I almost need glasses because I can't see what in the tarnation I'm doing. I'm just going clown face on you folks. But the fact that it is pulling and drawing impurities and at the same time delivering moisture into the tissue is pretty phenomenal. A marine glacial mud. There's a lot of muds out there, but I've never found one that has the ionic structure that this one does to do the really cool stuff. And as soon as I get myself clown-faced on here, I'm going to put my glasses on. I have to always do my granny glasses down on my nose. But how many people have used this mud and love it? I saw one of the coolest posts from one of my team members in Georgia, and her daughter is like this little artist with the makeup brush, and as you can see, I'm not. I just slap this stuff on, but normally I do it with my fingers, so you guys should be really impressed with me today. You know, everybody knows me as the nutrition girl, but when I had pointed out to me that the skin is the largest organ of the body, and I might get a little bit less arrogant about my attitude toward the vanity industry, because healthy tissue is absolutely lovely to behold. And I started to use some of these amazing products and started getting comments. And you know, when people think that you're getting work done at a facialist or plastic surgeon and you haven't, you've just been using them at home, it doesn't hurt your feelings. So I'm going to go with these cheaters, since I don't care if they get muddy, and tell you just a little teensy bit about the mud that maybe you don't know. Okay, so the colloidal particles of the glacial marine mud act as emulsifying agents by forming a barrier around the oily particles, cool, and allowing them to be removed. Deposits more than 50 skin beneficial minerals that I've already talked about, and trace elements to nurture the skin. And I see an area that I've missed. Clown mouth here. Okay, here we go. Like, that's the only area, right? Okay, it helps to draw out the impurities and toxins, which I talked about. But this particular molecular structure of the glacial marine mud is negatively charged, where positive ions, including cations that naturally occur in the mud, and positively charged impurities bind to the mud's negative charge and then they can be rinsed away, leaving the skin detoxified and cleansed naturally. So I'm just going to let this dry, and it'll turn from this beautiful, Jessica says she's going to use hers tonight too. So we could be clown faced together, Jess. So we've got zinc, magnesium, silver, and chromium. All of these things I never really thought about on the outside of the body. But you know what? This being the largest organ of the body, and the skin is the barrier. And the other thing is, when you're looking at skin products, this is so funny with this clown mouth thing going down. I'm just going to deal with it. But how many people really understand the importance of testing the pH? How many people know that the pH of stuff going into the body should be alkaline? But on the outside, we've got something called an acid mantle barrier that stops the toxins from intruding into our system that would be able to be absorbed through the tissue of the skin. So keeping the dermal tissues at that nice acid level of about 5, you know, somewhere around in the 5 category, something I had not thought about. But our company most certainly did, because every single product that we have that goes on the skin is following that pH neutral, pH proper kind of protocol. So I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to remove it. I shall release you all tonight, and I will not be green in the morning when you see me next. And this beautiful picture on the wall up here comes courtesy of my stepsister, Cindy Haskins Monroe, artist at large. She does Our Lady of Guadalupe as her kind of pet theme. So anyway, good night all.